Hello, I am the Dark Fae, and welcome to the demo of a game called Slay the Princess. Here you can see it now, which is a game, Black Tabby Games, which are the developers behind Scarlet Hollow, which is another series that I have currently up on my channel, which is a kind of spooky visual novel thing. And this looks really interesting, and I'm kind of curious what we got. This is also a horror game. I don't think I really need. And let's just start because I'm hoping this will also be creepy and spooktastic. I think the premise is you have to slay the princess, otherwise the world will end. Chapter 1: The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path.
Oh, I don't have to read.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, actually, let me move over because apparently... I shall be over here now, so it's easier. The end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
I love how calm this narrator is about it. But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Oh my gosh. Okay. Always explore.
Dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
But why and how? Hang on. Let me toggle the audio a little bit. Just because I like to be able to hear the voices a lot more easily. Okay, what happens if she gets it?
The more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her because listening to her is in their nature. And when they do, everything will come crashing down.
But I want to know more.
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
That's not a good reason to be like, well, do you have evidence? You're already here, just do it. Come on.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, nevertheless,
Okay. What if, like, I take too long asking questions?
Because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through
I would love it if she just, like, jump scared you right now because you take too long asking questions.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
This is the most railroady D&D quest premise I've ever seen in my life.
Oracle chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Okay.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants...
Some people might. They just want to watch the world burn.
I mean, maybe some people do. Nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
I'm not called the Dark Fae for nothing. Kidding. Hey, thanks for telling me what to do, sweet. I've always wanted to offer Marna. Walk towards the cabin. Turn around and leave. It's really tempting. But no, let's just go.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But A word
See
of
how
warning.
evil this princess is.
If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
This narrator sounds very familiar, and I don't know why.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
I feel like it's like a combo of like the Stanley Parable voice, but then like something else, but I can't put my finger on it.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Probably really terribly. Here we go.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
It's so weird that when I move the mouse around, it like shifts.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Depends what kind of hero you are.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I also am curious how many paths there are for a demo.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
What if I don't take it? Fine. What if maybe we just offer the princess right off the bat and see what
It's rather
happens,
difficult to slay the princess and save the world.
and then we'll go back and do all the like what if.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Ah.
revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I like this narrator. Sorry, I'm so fixated on the voice acting just because in Scarlet Hollow there is no voice acting. But I like his inflection and his emphasis, and he does a decent job without going like over the top.
Her voice carries up the
Sorry, but I
stairs.
think a lot about voice acting nowadays.
Who's there?
It's commanding. Almost as though she's the one in charge down here.
She's princess.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still listening to reason.
Don't talk. Yeah, look at this princess.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Why only one though? Why not both? She's that dangerous. Seems a little silly to not use both, eh?
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Okay, hero, just because someone's pretty doesn't automatically excuse them from being an evil bitch.
Focus on the task at hand.
Are you here to kill me or something?
Maybe. Should I just do it? Let's just do it. No talking.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I want to see what happens if I don't talk to her at all.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Technically, I could just chuck it at you. Right? Okay, wait, let me move it down so that you can read. Maybe I'll be down here and that will be a good space so you can read the words, you can see the options. Yeah.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see the razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing.
This hero's kind of both a simp and a coward, ain't he?
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late.
Unless
End this.
it's the narrator trying to get us killed. Ooh. Whatever, let's just go.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
So curious.
You You feel
Oh.
flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh,
Oh?
this is it, isn't it?
Wait, I'm sorry. I don't think you have. If there's a blade in your heart, I don't think you have time to monologue.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming, but I have to wonder.
Also, is the voice different? Is she gonna turn into a demonic entity?
Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Yeah, so you knew it.
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and the terrifying conviction in her words.
Again, if she was this powerful, why only the one chain?
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
What?
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
You always gotta double tap. One through the heart, one through the brain. Come on, man. Oh, that's curious. I wonder, like, if depending on the one I choose, like, will that be what happens?
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Because you just killed a person, so of course you have.
You did kill someone.
See?
Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
But
that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
I'm very confused because the narrator and the hero sound so similar. That's it?
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
But it's the apocalypse.
Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of space.
Could it be that, like, killing her made her, like, leave the cabin because, like, her soul or spirit or whatever left the body that it was imprisoned in?
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from her. Don't worry. You'll be safe here.
And fuck this
This is
narrator.
good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
It's bullshit.
What's done is done, and there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Wait, so by killing her, but for some reason we also had to, like, eject the whole cabin into, like, an empty, starless void.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur.
Why not just do that to begin
I've
with?
never been happier. Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right? Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we
Ooh, I like this though. I like this, like, fourth wall breaking kind of thing. It reminds me a little bit of, like, Stanley Parable.
Good, because
Sorry, I
have
should be
an
reading the
idea
choices.
to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice.
Little voice.
There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
I'm so confused between, like, who is me versus who is the hero, and, like,
He's right. It's the only way out.
but aren't,
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you.
is the
It
hero
wants
not
this
me?
wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare. How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you. and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really
I agree with the
alive
hero
anymore?
here.
This
Death is better than
place,
an
it's
eternity of nothing.
It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever.
Wait, okay, hero, but what if you opened the door and just, like, stepped out? What would happen? Have you tried that?
I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work.
But you were, like, a bit of a numpty earlier. How are you
That voice
suddenly
didn't
just
want you to
so
slay the princess.
confident?
It didn't want you to be happy.
Anything to get out of this house.
Thank you.
Let's do it. Let's
I
go.
made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Presumably the princess is gone. Oh.
The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end.
The real Slay the Princess starts
Nice
here. Achievement unlocked. Oh! Chapter 2, The Spectre. Wait,
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
it just
And in the
repeats?
basement of that cabin is a princess.
I thought I would have to, like, replay it. Also, this is darker than the first time, right?
You're here to slay her.
But I already killed the
I can
princess.
assure you that you didn't. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Oh?
What are you talking about? The princess is very much alive and very much in need of slaying before she does her thing and destroys the world.
Again, very Stanley
That's
Parable.
fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Voice of the Cold?
Oh, is there another one of us in here?
Oh my goodness.
I've always been here. I've just gotten a little louder. And I'm ready for all of us to have a marvelous time.
Ooh, this is getting
Just stay
cool.
focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, I get it. Cold?
I have one last warning for you.
Is you can't give in to her wiles.
She will lie,
Yeah,
cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. You're right. She won't be a problem. I'm not sure I'm a fan of my new roommate. I think there's a lot more to this situation than we've been told.
Do I get a new voice every time I do something different?
The situation couldn't be more straightforward. Just ignore him.
She won't be a problem. Like, she won't be a problem, or he will. He'll be the problem? Oh. I kind of want to talk to her. I want to see.
The interior of the cabin is cold.
I don't want to take
A
the blade
soft
this time.
odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only item of furniture is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. Before you have a chance to even think about taking it, the top of a head appears from underneath the floorboards.
Hello, Ghosty.
Two deep-set eyes
Oh.
stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin.
I thought it would be a scary ghost.
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? A ghost!
It was the least convincing.
Oh, wow. How
Absolutely
absolutely
terrifying.
What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, killer. I guess we've got some things to talk about, haven't we? Like how you murdered me?
Oh, to be continued? Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's try one more time.
You're on a
It's
path
not- it was
in the
just
woods. You're
dark.
here.
Say Let's look at some other options that I didn't maybe do. Like, scaling
Does
it
it?
is kind of
You're a
bad, isn't it?
monarchist. Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or
I never said it
hero
was
or a
worse.
seamstress?
I said it was just bad in general.
Slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Wow. Can't someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Alright, let's go towards the cabin. We won't leave again.
You make your way up the short path.
And the
Warning.
prince-
She will
lie,
die.
she would
We're not gonna go
shoot.
through with this, right? Ignore him.
Proceed into the cabin. I'm not going to take the blade, and then we're going to talk. And I want to see how fucked up she really
The
is.
interior of the blade is your. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing her voice.
Hello? Is someone there?
Is hypnotizing.
It's
The kind of
different,
voice
isn't
you
it?
only have to hear once to remember it for the
Does she
rest
know
of
if
your
I take the
life.
blade or not?
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
You are?
Just checking in on
So
you.
long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Again, he is simp.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Oh dear, here we go, here we go. What's her name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating. her
That's not
words before she
suspicious.
responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
So is Princess her name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
That's so sketch. That's so sketch. She's some sort of eldritch abomination, you just know it.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
There's no way that you've been down here long enough to forget your own name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't
That's
even
weird.
thought to pick a name for herself.
Exactly.
Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted.
I do see it,
Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before
but
it's
I
too
want to
late.
see it.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but
What have you been eating
I
or drinking?
agree
Well, how have you
with
been
the
staying
princess.
alive? Just feeding on the life forces of others?
okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
What is that?
I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Honestly, without the narrator, would it seem as as like conniving and manipulative as he's making it out to be, you
Are
know?
you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter.
No, she's really sketch.
It's not like you'd believe me.
Okay, the last one. I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently a threat to the world. Starting to think it's true.
Would everything feel right about you if you were locked away in a hole by yourself for as long as you can remember?
Just how long has she been down here?
So, did they tell you why I'm supposed to be so dangerous?
I was hoping you'd tell me.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I never said that.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that, and I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to?
Because you're an eldritch abomination cloaked in hellfire.
We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked
I
her
want to
down
know
here.
who
And
locked
it's
her
whoever
down
sent
here.
you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Won't kill you, but I can't set you free. It's too risky. What have I stayed for a while? Maybe just kept you company. Been locked away, retrieve the blade, examine the chains. I'm going to get you out of here. Ooh. This one's so wishy-washy. I'm gonna keep it locked away.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
You don't have a choice,
Being
darling.
alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
Darn.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
Ooh.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Okay, let's... Okay, I'll do the escape next time.
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't.
I want
No
to see
one
if she actually
wins.
gets out and, like, fucks everything up.
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
I can and I will.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Fine, turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains.
Chain.
And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Uh-huh.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here.
This here is not very smart.
But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
Oh, thank God, I was afraid. I'd already committed to not saying it. No, we're sticking with the
Either good
plan.
for all of us, but fine.
Yeah.
We'll do it your way.
I feel like none of these decisions are smart in this case.
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
That once held the blade. Where did it go?
Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door.
This guy I just committed to have the hero like watch this duel for eternity.
It isn't long before you start to drift off.
Whoa,
Your
dude!
eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
Me out?
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds
I love the double voice thing.
terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
A
As she
nightmare?
violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
Well, clearly she's out of the chains already, so it really didn't take her that long at all.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No,
It doesn't.
it doesn't.
Ignore her and go to sleep. So all of that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a
I
monster.
can be innocent and harmless, if in one
You want to
way.
be?
Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall.
I will say the
Jog towards
princess's
the middle of the night,
voice acting
silence in the cabin.
not as good as the
The
narrator.
ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement.
Because you
is
could make it
ajar.
sound so much
Its
more
lock
sinister.
broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Ooh, right in front of you.
Thanks for helping me
Ooh.
get out of that awful basement.
You try and
Whoa.
stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working.
She a ghost.
It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer.
Those are some
one
bug
silent
eyes.
footfall at a time,
Oh, I thought she was
cocking her
floating
head
this
in
whole time.
curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by
Oh,
one.
Or maybe
hello.
I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gill.
Can you just like push your eyeballs a little like more into your head? They're just really like, wow.
What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends.
What did you expect?
I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
It's chapter 2 this time. The nightmare. Ooh.
You're on a path in the woods.
And then there's this
You're
princess,
here.
and you're here to slay her. But I died. It's going to kill me again.
People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself.
Skilled and courageous is not the vibe that I get from this
If
guy.
he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Are we sure we don't just want to turn around and
Was it the
hightail it out of
meek?
here?
Interesting.
She's going to do unspeakable things to us if we go back there.
Okay.
Oh. You're a voice of reason, right? Tell them we shouldn't go to the cabin. Tell them we shouldn't even bother. You are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff that pathetic little voice to the back of your mind and stay
Interesting. I wonder how many
focused
voices we
on
can
the task
get.
ahead.
Maybe next. Okay. Screw this. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Seriously? You're just going to
Achievement
turn
unlocked.
around and
Nope.
leave? Do you even know where you're going?
The only thing that matters. Let's see. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. The only thing that matters is why I'm not going to the cabin. I'm not going to the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
This is like in D&D when you don't do what the DM has laid out for you. And then they lead you right back to the cabin.
It looks like this path also leads to the
I feel
cabin.
so railroaded right now.
How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Turn around and leave again.
Really keen on wasting
I am
everyone's time,
indeed.
aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail.
They totally are.
Facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh,
And
look
here
at
we
that.
are.
You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Fine, let's
There's
just go.
always a choice. But let me tell you
Illusion
right
of
now
choice.
that you're making the correct decision for pretty much everyone.
Not really. So if I go there, will the door already be
I
open?
have one last warning for you. She
She
will
will lie,
run.
she will
God,
cheat.
We can't go in there. Do either of you feel sick? Because I feel sick just thinking about that place. We're going to die.
I really hope she's already there.
You should be careful. There's something very wrong going on here. Ignore them. They don't know what they're talking about. She's just a princess. No reason to get all freaked out.
Open, yeah? Come on, come on, come on. Yes.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only item of furniture is a lone table.
Do you see
knocked
these?
on its side in the corner of the room.
See the people in the
Pristine
window?
blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement.
They could have made them scarier.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Narrator, have you not noticed a very important fact yet?
No. The basement door. It isn't there anymore. She could be anywhere. It's just a frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. No, what did you do? This isn't how things are supposed to go. She's supposed to be an ordinary princess.
Oh, clearly, Mr. Narrator, clearly she's an ordinary princess.
Quick, the blade.
Go ahead and take
Oh.
your little toy. It won't do you any
What happened
good.
to your head?
Your legs go numb before you even have a chance to reach for the blade. You collapse to the floor as your lungs seize up, refusing to take in air. No, not again!
I didn't think you'd come back.
Whoa.
We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
It's like a doll. A doll.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Everything goes dark, and you die. I'm sorry.
You're not sorry. You've been unlocked the nightmare. Okay. Should we do one more? Maybe. I might leave this here. Okay, now this time, let's set her free. I want more creepiness, though. This is not scary to me.
You're here.
Let's just go. Walk towards the cabin.
You make your way up. We're not gonna ignore.
For some reason, this isn't
The
creepy to
interior
me.
of the cabin is almost in the blade.
I mean, I'll take the blade,
Take the blade.
but I'm gonna talk to her and let her go. Maybe this time.
The door to the basement creaks.
Oh, they're doing a favor.
It's commanding. Don't let it fool you.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors.
I'm
Come
wondering
on down.
if having the knife will change her interactions at all.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the. She's so cold. Focus on the task at hand.
Are you here to kill me or something?
I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
What is this, a Jedi mind trick? We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
Poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
It just hurt. Not to like diss on the voice actors or anything. It just I don't know, maybe it's like the cadence or like something. It just makes it sound like it's read instead of spoken, maybe? I don't know what it is. But like if I don't know, it could maybe she's also not trying to be sinister about it. But it just like it feels like the pauses go in the wrong spot, you know? It's like, oh, you poor thing, your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be. I don't know.
You step forward.
This would
Your
be a
grip
really
on the
fun
blade
project to
tightening as you
voice
signal
act
resolve.
for.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason.
Yes,
right?
this is.
So, you should just drop
Drop it. Best
There
risk
is
not finding.
conviction in she's unarmed.
I don't think he's bluffing. Sorry, can we just
So
talk?
Close. Don't give up. You've come this far.
Shut up, narrator.
No, this is a good idea. Maybe we can de-escalate things.
Oh? Threatened now, are we? You poor thing. Drop the knife. And of course we can talk.
Yeah, okay. I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Oh, rude. And I guess we are at an impasse.
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back.
I just felt like a very weird
The
choice.
two of you are going to do this forever, aren't you?
Fine. Are you sure you don't want to talk?
Yeah, I'm sure.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend that you be the one to take the initiative here.
Okay, let's drop the blade.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
We'll see.
So, this is a pretty awkward start to a relationship.
Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? These are kind of ones that I've already said before. Yeah, it's pretty
Not to make
awkward.
things even more awkward. But do you know why you're here to kill me?
Something about you ending the world. Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
She was just threatening us a second ago. Am I the only one here unnerved by that perfect little laugh?
Perfect little laugh. What? That hero. Hang on a moment. Are you just that charmed by her looks and her voice? Like, come on, dude.
I'll take that as a sign that you're finally coming around to
Or are
reason.
you actually acknowledging that that was like a calculated sound?
I have no idea. To be honest, I don't even know why I'm down here, or how I got here. I was kind of hoping you might be able to shed some light on the whole situation.
I mean, we've already, these are like weird options after that, but because you're going to end the world.
Just tell her that.
No, I'm going to tell her that.
That's cute. Do you believe that?
Yes, I do.
Do you think I'm some sort of monster? Did they even bother to tell you how I'm supposed to end the world? Because that just doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd be capable of.
See, again, the inflection. Like, did they even bother to tell you how I'm supposed to end the world? That just doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd be capable of. What are you gonna deflect?
Princess hesitates before
What-
responding. She doesn't know.
Oh no,
She
that's not the
knows
question
what
that I
she
meant to
did.
do.
She's just
I don't think
Like,
what
what
I
I do really matters.
Look, at the end of the day,
About
whoever
trust,
sent you
yeah.
to slay me claimed that doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you.
You'd be killing each
either.
other instead of
She has a
talking.
point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the
So, I could tell you that I'd lead
Oh.
a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or any other number of good things that I'm sure you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
You're not making a very convincing argument, are you?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So, do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about
Risk, right. Interesting.
you can't. Don't bother.
No.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here. And if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
What, you want me to saw your hand off?
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
It would be so funny if it was like, pick the lock.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
She's so untrustworthy, but I just want to see what happens if I let her go.
Why you're...
I'm getting you out of here.
Oh, you have to be.
Yeah! Symptom
You walk up to the
wins.
chains binding the princess to the wall. You give them
Oh,
a tug.
hilarious.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
I feel that's interesting.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here
Why would?
intended for her to
Because she could
live
totally
her
just
life.
break out on her own, can't she?
They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Exactly. And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas? But you're a ghost, right? You can just like,
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
whoa.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the
What?
stairs
I didn't
slams
say
shut.
I was going.
You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
At the
You
door.
try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess.
Oh,
and you won't
dude.
leave until the task is done.
Hey, let me out of
Your
here.
shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Rude.
I'll repeat myself once again.
Ugh.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been
I
so
mean, I
much
could
easier
technically
if you
slay her
simply
still,
slain her
but-
like you were supposed to.
Nah.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
Nah.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
You know, if the narrator or whoever they are is capable of doing that, you'd think you could just let like the princess be chained up forever. Why introduce the
knife.
variable?
Pick it up and cut me out of here.
Oh dear.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
Against your better
Okay.
judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm.
Dude, her eyes
above
just
the
need to
massive
not be so big.
chain. You cut into her flesh.
And she's just the whole time.
The blade is sharp.
Ooh.
You make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. The princess clutches the wound, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered.
I'm surprised she didn't like pull it off herself. Like,
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair,
Wait,
your
wait,
body
you got- that's
slips
not
forward
fair.
and raises the blade.
Also, have you seen my nails? Like, holy balls, am I really a hero? Also, this is so railroady. Come on, narrator. This is not how you run a game.
This isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Ah, come on, warn her.
Stop that.
Oh. I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess dodges?
Dodges?
Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
No, you're not. I've died twice. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
Woo.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I'll make this
Oops.
quick.
Sorry, I skipped it.
She knocks your legs out from under you with a swift kick. You didn't even see it coming. You fall to the ground, the wind leaving your lungs all at once in a violent puff.
Oh, why
Her
is she?
knees
Why should
settle
guy
on
kill
your
me?
throat. You try to gasp for air, but she pushes on your windpipe with weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. You won't draw another breath.
Man.
When she manages to escape from this place and brings ruin to the world, know that it was all your fault.
Well, maybe you deserve it.
It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happening.
So even though we resisted, she still kills us.
Everything goes dark,
Man.
and you die.
Okay. So what voice do I get? The damsel. What voice do I get now?
You're on a path. You're here.
Okay,
Oh,
no.
Don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, don't forget what
The
he
doubting.
did to us the last time around. We can help her.
Ooh.
We just have to find a way.
Yeah, let's go. Side of the
Another one us in
princess.
here. Help her? Need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago. Sure, and all of us in here definitely believe you.
I like how he's so
Just
the gruff
stay
voice.
focused.
Definitely
I'll stay
believe you. Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin. See what happens.
I have. She will lie. Did you just say the word wink?
Oops. I'm sorry. I missed that. Clicked too fast.
No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Wink.
The interior of the cabin is
Steam
the
blade. Enter the basement. We're not taking the knife this time.
The door to the basement creaked. Her voice.
Hello?
You're playing a dangerous. It's even more hypnotizing than before. Is it more hypnotizing than before, or is that just what we want it to be?
Ooh, this is totally like the
I
simp
think we're
route.
in love.
Dude, you've known her for like 10 minutes.
For everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just don't let her charm you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Already charmed, baby.
You walk down the
Whoa,
stairs.
wait, why
and
does she
lock
look so
eyes with the
different?
Princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her.
Is
to
that just the
fire.
art?
She's still so beautiful. And she has both of her arms again. Did everything we just went through actually happen? It must have, because she's different. Can't you
Yeah.
You. I remember you. You're going to help me get out of here, right?
Oh. Okay. Interesting. Oh, I want to see like these things. Like I want to know about all the other stuff, but I guess this is only the demo, so we don't get all of the spooks and scares. This one's not as creepy as Scarlet Hollow, I would say. Partly because this, I don't know, this feels like more like what I am like used to in terms of like deceptive like creatures who are like pretending to be an innocent princess, something like that. But interesting. I'm interested to see where it goes and how many paths there actually are. Clearly, there's a lot of different endings that you can get. So this was the demo for Slay the Princess. This is by Black Tie Games. You can go check them out and on their Steam and also look at Scarlet Hollow and all that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for notifications when I put out new videos. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!